di wow.
What?
Congratulations. Pagka ganun. Mas maganda, doon kami mag-away-away sa floor. Tingnan nila na yun. Apat kaming veterano dyan. Sige nga, makipag-debate kami sa kanila. Kids, gloves off with me.
Enzo Recto, kalaban ang katiwalian at kasinungalingan, kakampi sa katotohanan at kabutihan.
Some senators are saying that SP Cheese has more than 13 senators supporting him para sa Senate presidency. Your comment, sir, do you get the same information at do you think may chance pa ito mabago before the opening ng session sa July 28?
Di wow.
What?
Congratulations. Pagka ganun. Ako naman, we're not actively campaigning for leadership position. No? Ako, I'm not actively campaigning. Of course, I'm supporting Senator Tito Soto. And I've worked with him. I was his majority floor leader for 4.5 years. I was a loyal majority floor leader to him, I would think. No? Up to this day, ang akin lang kasi, let me speak about Senator Soto. So, ang nagugustuhan ko kay Senator Soto, naniniwala siya sa consensus building, katulad ng ginawa ko for my 2 years as Senate President. Nagko-caucus po tayo. Hindi po siya diktador na kung saan sasabihin niya, itong gagawin natin. Kung ayaw nyo, di pagdebatihan natin sa plenaryo. Hindi, ang style po ni Senator Soto, pasok muna tayo sa loob, mag-debate muna tayo doon, so that we don't show very divisive Senate, then we come up with a consensus. And those who do not agree with the consensus can do the vote. No, there will be a vote, there will be an action, a motion on the floor. And yan ang kagustuhan ko sa kanya. So there's always consensus, there's always a caucus. Para at least alam natin yung direksyon ng Senado ng linggong yan or for any issue, no? Very important issues that crop up under the Senate floor. So, with that said, mas gusto ko po ang leadership style ni Senator Tito Soto. And I learned a lot from him. I learned a lot also from Senator Ed Angara, who was my boss before when I entered in 2007. He mentored me. He was also a former Senate President. Diba? So, yan ang turo nila sa akin. Nung kasama ko yung mga statesmen at the time, Senator Joker Arroyo, Senator Miriam Defensor Santiago, Senator Juan Ponce Enrile, of course, Senator Frank Drilon. Pag nakikita ko yung leadership style nila, napakaganda eh. I mean, it's discussion-based and also consensus-based, but at the same time, there's no act to suppress your ideas. No, you can bring out your ideas, but at every turn, at every corner of the decision-making process, the integrity of the Senate is always protected. The name of the Senate is always protected as an institution. Yan ang maganda. Hindi pwedeng, bahala na. Basta gagawin natin to. Bahala na, magalit yung taong bayan sa atin. Hindi pwede.
But some of your colleagues are saying na mas maganda daw yung open discussion, mas
Okay
transparent. Nakikita doon ng public paano pinagtatalunan yung...
That's fine. They can do open discussions. Sabi na ibang colleagues ko, mas maganda, doon kami mag-away-away sa floor. Tingnan nila na yun. Apat kaming veterano dyan. Sige nga, makipag-debate kami sa kanila. Kids, gloves off with me. I'm no longer interested in position. I'm no longer interested in prestige. I'm no longer interested in power. I am only interested in the image of the Senate and how we can leave the Senate behind as a still trusted institution of this country. And to be able to do that, we have to show transparency. Diba? We have to show transparency. We have to show, for example, sa budget, we now have to show transparency. I'm glad nandyan si Senator Ping Lacson. Ayan ang unang sususihin niya, isa-isa. Talaga makikita natin na yun. Diba? Sabi nila, mawawalan ka ng committee. Bahala na, wala na akong committee. I've been in public service for almost 25 years now. I've been in the minority when I started my first term in Congress as a spice boy. Ako pala yung spice boy, ha? Iba tinuturing nila yung spice boy, bright boy yun, ha? Hindi spice boy yun. Ako lang yung spice boy sa Senado na lumaban, with due respect to some of my colleagues na natamaan nun, na lumaban sa makapangyarihan nung araw na yun to get the 77 signatures for an impeachment of then President Joseph Ejercito Estrada. I've been a member of the majority. I've also been a majority leader for 3 terms. And I've also become the Senate President. So, for me, committee, okay na yun. Sa inyo na yung mga committees. Wala ako dyan. Ang tinitignan ko na lang na yun, ang integridad ng Senado bilang institusyon. And let me say this, ang sakit ng aking dibdib nung isang araw na pakinggan ko under a news program in the afternoon on my way home. Pinag-uusapan nila itong issue ng impeachment. Sikat na announcer po ito sa hapon. Hindi ko na babanggitin ko anong station.
Blind item.
Ang sabi niya, hindi na lang kasi, ang sabi kasi niya, kung ayaw ng mga senador, di mas mabuti pang buwagin na yan, Senado. So I said, God damn it, that is exactly what we don't want to hear bilang senador, na walang saysay ang Senado. Na wala na tayong saysay. Bakit pa? Mas magulo pa nga kayo daw. Sabi, sa simbahan kapon, ano bang nangyari sa inyo? Mas magulo pa kayo sa house. Yan ang dating natin dito na yun. So, I've never heard that in my almost 25 years in public service. You know, for every legislator, ang pangarap nila maging senador. Parang judge yan eh. Parang judge, gusto mo maging Supreme Court.
Associate Justice.
Abogado ka, gusto mo maging Associate Justice of the Supreme Court. Yan ang gusto nila. Dahil nakikita nila yung integridad ng Supreme Court. This is the policy-making body, the conscience of the nation, di ba? So, the Senate has always been, as I've said, the last bastion of our country, last bastion of democracy for our country. So, parang, pag wala na silang pag-asa sa executive, wala na rin silang pag-asa dito sa lower house, akyat tayo sa Senado kasi papakinggan tayo ng senador because we are a mandate of national scope, national in scope, di ba? It's not only local, but it's national in scope. Kaya pag sinasabi na lang buwagin na yung Senado, wala nang saysay yung Senado, napakasakit para sa akin because in my 2 years as Senate President, yan ang inalagaan ko. Kaya inaway ko nga yung People's Initiative. Katakot-takot ang black propaganda sa akin. Di na ako nakatulog. Pag check up ko, yung aking blood works, pula lahat. Pula lahat. Talagang magna cum laude ako pagdating sa mga resulta ng aking blood test. Dahil nga sa dinidibdib ko nga yung pangyayaring iyon.
Bunyog, bunyog, halikan na kasama ka. Bunyog, kapag buklod ay may pag-asa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, isa ang pananaw. Sa bagong Pilipinas ang bunyog isisigaw. Bunyog,